Did you know that M&M owns a ketchup brand? Subscribe to Zarpado as we kick off a surprising facts marathon. The tough guy from Fast and Furious breakdancing? Yes, before kicking ass, Vin Diesel was spinning on cardboard boxes on the streets of New York. There are videos of him wearing sweatpants, wristbands, and an 80s cap, doing windmills and backspins. But the craziest thing is that he was raised by a stepfather who was a drama instructor, and his first public appearance was acting in a play at age 7. In the dense jungles of South Asia lives a unique creature that seems straight out of a fantasy tale, the red flying squirrel. This nocturnal mammal doesn't fly in the literal sense, but it has a membrane that stretches between its limbs, allowing it to glide through the air for astonishing distances that can reach up to 1,300 feet. In the Netherlands, engineering defies everyday logic with astonishing work. The Veluwemeer Aqueduct. This causeway allows small boats to cross over a highway, while cars travel uninterrupted below. The structure connects the mainland with the artificial island of Flevoland, one of the largest areas reclaimed from the sea by humans. Stefan Jankovic, better known on social media as Yanko, gained widespread popularity after sharing striking photographs taken inside a cave inhabited by bears. His daring didn't end there. On another occasion, he showed himself perched high in a tree, while 2 bears patiently prowled at his feet. In Colombia, just an hour from Bogota, lies one of the most surreal underground structures in the world, the Zipaquira Salt Cathedral. Located 590 feet underground, inside an active salt mine, what awaits you there is like stepping into a cross between the Vatican and a science fiction movie. Everything, yes, everything is made of salt. The walls, the sculptures, the altar, and even the pews. If you've ever seen a movie about sea portals or underwater black holes, it exists. It's called Dragon Hole and is in the South China Sea. Also known as the Eye of the Sea, it's the deepest blue hole on the planet, at over 1,000 feet deep. What makes it incredible isn't just its size, but its mystery. Several expeditions have attempted to explore the bottom, but no one has managed to reach it. In Australia, especially among Aboriginal peoples, a delicacy called witchetty grub is consumed, a fat, white larva the size of a finger, eaten raw or roasted over a fire. Raw, it's creamy with a flavor similar to raw egg. Roasted, its skin becomes crispy like bacon, and the inside tastes like almonds or buttery chicken. High in Turkey, the majestic Mount Nemrut stands as guardian of a millennia-old legacy. There lie colossal stone sculptures of deities and symbolic creatures, flanking a royal tomb belonging to the ancient kingdom of Commagene. Hidden in the Arizona desert is a geological wonder that defies visual logic, the wave. This sandstone and limestone formation, shaped by centuries of wind and water erosion, forms undulating curves reminiscent of a wave frozen in motion. Mix a duck, an ostrich, a camel, and a T-Rex together. You have Deinocheirus, one of the strangest dinosaurs ever discovered. Its skeleton baffled paleontologists for decades because the first remains were only its arms, and they were 8 feet long. When they finally found a nearly complete specimen, they were amazed. It had a hump on its back, a toothless duck's beak, extremely long arms, short legs, and a large, robust body. Before sharks existed, there were already deadly predators, and one of the strangest was the Anomalocaris. This aquatic creature lived 500 million years ago and looked like a cross between a shrimp, a squid, and an otherworldly vacuum cleaner. It had 2 claw-like appendages it used to catch prey, a segmented body for fast swimming, and a circular mouth with jagged teeth that rotated like a portable food processor. Who needs cutlery when you can pull your stomach out of your body, wrap it around your prey, and digest it from the outside? That's what the starfish does. It has such a strange digestive system that it pulls its stomach out through its mouth, wraps it around its prey, like a mussel or a clam, releases digestive enzymes. This guy doesn't just jump over buildings, he scales them like he's Spider-Man without powers. Tom Cruise is known for performing his own stunts, but what few people know is that in Mission Impossible Fallout, He jumped out of a real airplane at 25,000 feet high. He free falls on real camera, trained by military paratroopers. In Japan, there are elegant, delicious dishes, and then there's fugu, the puffer fish that can kill you if not properly prepared. This little animal has organs laden with tetrodotoxin, a neurotoxin 1,200 times more potent than cyanide. Even so, it's eaten in exclusive restaurants, where only certified chefs, with years of training. It looks like a creature from an underwater fairy tale. The foliate sea dragon, a relative of the seahorse, has leaf-like projections that make it invisible among seaweed. It's one of the most impressive examples of adaptive camouflage in nature. It moves very slowly, as if floating, and has no known natural predators, precisely because it goes unnoticed even by the most observant. In places like Malaysia, India, and Sri Lanka, Thaipusam is celebrated, a Hindu festival where devotees undergo extreme acts of pain to demonstrate their faith and thank the gods. What does it entail? Some pierce their cheeks, tongues, and even their backs with needles, fish hooks, and giant hooks. Then, they walk for miles carrying metal structures called cavities, all without shedding a drop of blood or showing any pain. During the Day of Ashura, in countries like Iraq, Pakistan, and Iran, thousands of Shia Muslims participate in self-flagellation rituals where they beat their backs with chains or cut themselves with swords or blades in memory of the martyrdom of Imam Hussein, grandson of the Prophet Muhammad. The idea behind this practice is to honor his suffering and demonstrate loyalty. In the Wari culture of Brazil, traditional funerals included something that would be unthinkable for most: eating the deceased. But it wasn't out of hunger or a satanic ritual, but rather out of love, respect, and farewell. The Wari believed that the body of a loved one shouldn't rot underground. Instead, the family would cook it and share it with their loved ones. For them, it was a way to keep the memory of the deceased alive within the bodies of their loved ones. This beetle doesn't bite or sting, it explodes. When disturbed by a predator, the bombardier beetle ejects a scalding chemical mixture from its rear end, accompanied by a pop sound that scares away the enemy. How does it do it? It has an internal explosive reaction that combines hydrogen peroxide and hydroquinone stored in separate compartments. If you think you've seen everything in animal rights, wait until you meet the horned lizard, native to the deserts of the southern United States. When threatened, it doesn't flee or camouflage itself. It shoots a jet of blood from its eyes. Literally, this jet can reach up to 3 feet and contains chemical components that smell bad and taste worse. Before he was famous, Sylvester Stallone was so broke that he had to sell his dog Butkus for $40 because he couldn't feed him. But everything changed when he wrote the script for Rocky, offered it to several studios, and they rejected it. When his proposal was finally accepted, Stallone ran to the person who had bought Butkus and paid him $15,000 to get him back. Yes, $15,000 for his own dog. It looks like a simple pond fish, but the crucian carp has a power that would humble any professional diver. It can survive without oxygen for months, especially in extreme winters. How does it do it? It has the ability to change its metabolism to produce alcohol instead of lactic acid when oxygen is lacking. Basically, it turns its body into a mini internal distillery. It literally gets drunk so it doesn't die. Every year, the serene Pulicat Lake in India becomes a crucial destination for thousands of flamingos migrating in search of an ideal refuge. These elegant pink-plumaged birds arrive in large flocks, transforming the natural environment into a vibrant spectacle of color. Gustav Eiffel designed an elegant private apartment atop the tower that bears his name. This space was never available to the public, nor was it intended for rental. Only select guests, including scientific colleagues and close friends, were allowed access to this exclusive retreat. The apartment represents a well-kept secret, a privileged corner within one of the world's most iconic monuments. On the shores of the majestic Lake Geneva in Switzerland stands an impressive sculpture that has captured the world's attention: the giant fork. This monumental piece was placed in 995 thanks to the initiative of Nestle, becoming an emblematic symbol of the area. In Ubud, Bali is the renowned Taman Dadari restaurant, famous for its impressive angelic sculptures. These figures, some reaching over 30 feet in height, dominate the landscape with their majestic presence. The atmosphere combines local cuisine with a unique artistic and spiritual environment. In Arizona, USA, there is a canyon that was formed not by earthquakes or eruptions, but by water and time. It's called Antelope Canyon, and its undulating walls look like they're made of petrified silk or frozen flames. The light streaming in from above creates such intense effects that the place resembles an otherworldly art installation. Have you ever imagined an insect so shiny and perfect it looks like it's made of blown glass? Well, it exists. It's a species of nymph cicada from Thailand that, before reaching its adult stage, has a body so translucent that it reflects light like a living jewel. Its appearance is completely crystalline, with no visible pigmentation, and its body resembles a combination of ice and gelatin with movable internal structures. Poutine is a Canadian classic made with French fries, gravy, and lumpy cheese. But in Quebec, someone decided to say, what if we make it completely ridiculous and expensive? Thus was born the version with foie gras, which means duck liver, black truffle, and even edible gold. What began as fast food for a hangover has transformed into a dish worthy of a five-star restaurant. Today we know him as the tough guy from Die Hard, but Bruce Willis didn't always have that confident, sarcastic voice. As a child, he suffered from a severe stutter that made him withdrawn and difficult for him to socialize. Until one day, by accident, he was cast in a school play, and something magical happened. When he performed, he stopped stuttering completely. The stage became his therapy. You stand in front of the ocean at night, and suddenly every step you take in the water leaves a glowing blue trail, as if you were stepping into liquid galaxies. It's not magic. It's bioluminescence. This phenomenon occurs when certain marine microorganisms, like dinoflagellates, emit light when disturbed. But what no one fully understands is why they evolved to do this. Defense? Communication? Something else? The pistol shrimp, also known as the alphiid shrimp, has a modified claw that can close so quickly that it creates a cavitation bubble. And what happens to that bubble? It explodes at 60 miles per hour. In the Satare, Mawe tribe of the Amazon, adolescent boys must undergo a hellish ordeal to prove they're men. And we're not talking about running or fighting. We're talking about putting on gloves full of bullet ants and enduring the pain. These ants have the most painful sting in the world, according to the Schmidt Index. The pain is so severe it can cause hallucinations, partial paralysis, and vomiting. South Korea offers us one of the most extreme culinary experiences. Sanachi, a baby octopus served in pieces, but still moving. Yes, the tentacles are still writhing on the plate when you serve it. How is that possible? Even though the animal is already dead, the nerve cells continue to react to salt and contact, generating those movements. And there's the diner, trying to catch it with their chopsticks as the food escapes. Imagine walking through a landscape so perfectly reflective that you can't tell where the sky ends and the earth begins. That's how crazy the Salar de Uyuni is, the world's largest salt flat, located at over 11,800 feet above sea level in Bolivia. During the rainy season, a thin layer of water covers the flat, transforming it into a giant mirror. It lived over 500 million years ago, during the Cambrian period, and its name says it all. Hallucigenia is so strange it seems like a hallucination. It was only a few inches long, but that didn't make it any less bizarre. It had an elongated, worm-like body, pointy legs underneath, and spines on top. The craziest thing, in the picturesque Andalusian village of Setenil de las Bodegas, the architecture literally blends with the landscape. Its homes are not perched on the rock, but have been excavated and adapted beneath gigantic stone overhangs that appear to float above the streets. At the iconic San Siro Stadium in Milan, Italy, a curious visual effect occurs that baffles many visitors. The exterior stairs appear to be rotating. However, this strange sensation is nothing more than an optical illusion caused by the constant and orderly movement of spectators up and down. In some Chinese cities, there are buildings known as nail houses, an urban phenomenon that symbolizes individual resistance to the relentless advance of real estate development. These homes remain standing alone, surrounded by roadworks, shopping malls, or massive housing projects because their owners steadfastly refuse to sell or vacate. A tourist boat from Canada ventured across the dreaded Drake Passage, the dangerous stretch of sea that separates South America from Antarctica. During the journey, the vessel faced gigantic waves up to 40 feet high, which furiously lashed the hull and caused the structure to creak. In Texas, USA, lies Cadillac Ranch, a peculiar artistic expression composed of 10 Cadillacs buried upside down in the ground and covered in multicolored graffiti. This installation, created in 1974 as a critique of materialism, has evolved into a collective work where visitors can participate by painting on the vehicles. The site embodies a living and changing art that fuses protest and creativity. Tom Curtis, a creative visual artist, decided to bring his son's drawings to life by transforming them into realistic figures through the combined use of Photoshop and artificial intelligence. Inspired by children's boundless imaginations, he took the little boy's simple, spontaneous strokes and reinterpreted them as surprising creatures. Before having one of cinema's most iconic voices, Morgan Freeman dreamed of flying, literally. He enlisted in the United States Air Force at 18, where he worked as a radar technician and aircraft maintenance mechanic. But here's the incredible part. He was accepted for fighter pilot training and turned it down. When he stood in front of a fighter jet for the first time, he felt it wasn't for him. He said he didn't want to kill anyone, just fly. In Malagasy culture, death isn't the end, nor does the body stay underground forever. Every 5 or 7 years, families participate in a ritual called Famadihana, where they unearth the bodies of their loved ones, dress them in new clothes, and dance with them. It's a festival with music, food, and joy, where the mummified bodies are paraded through the village. It's considered a moment of reunion with the soul of the loved one. A bubblegum pink lake? Yes, it exists, and it's in Australia. It's called Lake Hillier, and it's so unreal it looks like a digital editing joke. From the air, the contrast between its deep pink color and the blue of the ocean makes it one of the strangest and most photogenic places in the world. The craziest thing is that no one knows exactly why it's pink. Tired of choosing between eating or drinking? In the United States, they said, how about we mix the two? Thus was born pizza-flavored beer, a rarity created by experimental craft breweries. The process includes boiling real pizza ingredients like tomato, garlic, oregano, even pieces of dough and fermenting them with the barley and hops mixture. Keanu Reeves isn't just the internet's favorite for his humility, he's also for putting his heart and money where others only act. During the filming of The Matrix, Reeves donated 70% of his salary to leukemia research. The reason behind this act of generosity was that his sister Kim had been battling the disease for years. Imagine an armadillo the size of a Fiat 600. That was the Glyptodon, a prehistoric mega mammal that lived in South America some 10,000 years ago. Its shell was so hard that not even the teeth of a saber-toothed tiger could easily break it. It measured over 10 feet long, weighed almost 4,000 pounds, and its tail was reinforced with bony plates that it used as a war club. Yes, like a character from Mad Max. It was basically a tank with legs. In Canada, an innovative project emerged to address the challenge of homelessness. A mobile micro-home called the Tiny Tiny Home. This compact shelter was designed to be affordable and easily transportable using a bicycle, facilitating the mobility of its inhabitants. Its construction is characterized by its simplicity and speed. The route connecting Chamba with Killar in India is recognized as one of the most challenging and extreme roads in the country. Its narrow paths unfold along towering mountains, reaching heights of over 10,000 feet above sea level. This journey demands great skill and courage from drivers, as the sharp curves and nearby cliffs increase the difficulty level. In 2009, a unique species known as the poodle moth was identified in Venezuela, whose appearance greatly surprised the scientific community. Its body is covered in thick, fluffy fur, giving it an unusual and even adorable appearance, reminiscent of a small poodle. In Slovenia, there is a truly unique fountain located in the town of Zalik, where instead of running water, craft beer flows. Visitors can purchase a special mug equipped with a chip for approximately $12, allowing them to freely pour various varieties of local beers directly from the taps installed in the fountain. Traveling through Himachal Pradesh, India, by bus is an adrenaline-filled and challenging experience due to its narrow roads that wind along vertiginous cliffs. These routes lack guardrails in many sections, increasing the sense of danger and excitement for those traveling. Expert drivers skillfully maneuver through tight curves and breathtaking mountain landscapes, making each journey memorable. The flying scorpionfish is a fascinating marine creature that possesses exceptionally large pectoral fins, which extend like wings. Although it cannot actually fly, it uses these fins to glide smoothly underwater, performing movements reminiscent of a bird's flapping wings. This ability allows it to move gracefully and efficiently among the reefs and seabed, making it easier to hunt and evade predators. The Turda salt mine, located in Romania, is a former salt mine that has been converted into a fascinating underground tourist destination. This underground space, once a place of arduous labor, now dazzles visitors with its almost futuristic atmosphere, thanks to careful lighting and architectural design. A creative artist created a striking work by reproducing the iconic Mona Lisa using only marks left by dirty shoes. By carefully manipulating these marks, he managed to create a recognizable image that challenges traditional understandings of art and its materials. In France, there is a very unique road called the Passage du Gois, which connects the island of Noirmoutier to the mainland. What makes it truly special is that it disappears underwater twice a day, submerged by the rising tides. For a few hours, the road is completely covered by the ocean, becoming impassable until low tide. In the Brazilian state of Piauí lie the majestic Viana Canyons, a natural wonder formed by impressive rock structures shaped over thousands of years by the action of wind and water. These unique formations reveal a landscape full of textures and colors that captivate visitors, showcasing the transformative power of nature. Located in Sanya, China, the Beauty Crown Grand Hotel stands out as the largest hotel on the planet in terms of number of rooms, with more than 6,000 since its opening in 2015. Its unique architecture, composed of 7 structures reminiscent of trees of life, symbolizes growth and abundance. In addition to its imposing presence, it has hosted renowned events. Dante Dentoni, renowned for his artistic ingenuity, designed a massive carpet using only Lego bricks. This monumental work stands out for its vibrant combination of colors and the creativity evident in each assembled piece. Through this project, Dentoni transformed a playful material into a stunning artistic expression, merging play with manual dexterity. The Toraja ethnic group on the island of Sulawesi, Indonesia, believes that death is not an end, but a long spiritual transition. Therefore, among their most unusual practices is the burial of babies inside living trees. When a child dies before their first tooth begins to erupt, they are considered pure. Instead of burying them in the ground, they are placed in a cavity carved into the trunk of a special tree called a tara, which is believed to connect heaven and earth. In China and other parts of Asia, people eat the so-called century egg, which isn't even 100 years old, but its smell, color, and taste could fool even an archaeologist. It's prepared by covering a duck, chicken, or quail egg with a mixture of clay, lime, ash, and salt for several weeks or months. The result is an egg with a gelatinous amber-colored white and a dark green or black yolk with an ammonia-like smell and a strong flavor. Yes, the guy who splits skulls with a machete in the movies has a past as rough as his characters. Danny Trejo was a real criminal in his youth, spent time in prison, and became addicted to heroin at age 12. But what's surprising is his life story. After rehab, he became an addiction counselor, and it was at a support group that he met a producer who invited him to the set as a consultant for a drug scene. In certain regions of North Africa, especially Morocco, the dance of the Nawa is celebrated. This ethnic mystical group combines spiritual music, trance, and rituals of physical endurance. But the most striking thing is that some participants perform the nail dance. During this ritual, the fakirs enter a trance and walk or dance on planks filled with sharp nails or even on fire, showing no signs of pain. Paul Barton, a pianist originally from England, decided to change his conventional life to embark on an unusual adventure in Thailand. There, he dedicated himself to giving piano recitals specifically for elephants, creating a unique connection between classical music and these majestic animals. Between Murata Island and Linden Island, in the vast Gulf of Mexico, lies the sandbar, a sandbank that majestically emerges from the water. This special place can only be reached by boat, as there is no direct land access. Around this sandy formation, it's common to observe pods of playful dolphins and majestic manta rays that inhabit these warm waters. Mount Roraima is so unusual that it inspired films like Pixar's Up and Conan Doyle's The Lost World. It's a giant plateau with vertical walls that rise over 1,300 feet above the jungle, as if someone had cut a piece of land with a sword and left it floating. The most amazing thing is that the peak is so isolated that it's home to unique species that exist nowhere else on the planet. Forget potato chips. In Colombia, especially in the Santander region, the true crunchy snack is the Kelowna ant, or Ada lavigada. These giant ants are roasted and eaten as a snack, with salt and attitude. They are considered aphrodisiac, nutritious, and even gourmet. Their flavor is intense, like toasted nuts with an earthy touch, and there's no shortage of tourists who dare to try them out of curiosity or defiance. Before becoming one of cinema's most enigmatic actors, Christopher Walken had a much more risky job. He was a lion tamer in a circus. When he was just 16, Walken worked in a traveling circus and assisted a lion tamer named Tana. She led him into the cage with a lion named Sheba, who, according to Walken, was so old and tame that he barely moved. The Victoria Crown pigeon stands out for its unique way of moving, as it rarely chooses to fly. Instead of soaring through the skies, it prefers to serenely walk the forest floor where it lives. Its most striking feature is a bright blue crest on its head, giving it an elegant and distinctive appearance among the vegetation. On a California coast, the night waves displayed a striking phenomenon, an intense blue glow that illuminated the water with an almost supernatural brilliance. This magical effect is due to the bioluminescence produced by tiny microscopic algae that, when moved by the waves of the sea, emit their own light. In the city of Chongqing, China, there is a truly unique subway station called Lisava, located on the 8th floor of a residential building. This unconventional design allows the train to pass directly through the interior of the residential structure, integrating public transportation in a surprising way with the urban environment. From the interior of the Kilauea volcano in Hawaii, a stream of fiery lava emerges, advancing slowly but steadily. This incandescent flow dazzles with its intense red glow, illuminating the night landscape in a stunning way. In South Korea, authorities implemented an innovative system that involves placing water sprinklers along major roads. The main objective of this measure is to reduce the presence of fine dust particles in the environment, thus improving air quality for nearby residents. The Epidixipteryx looks like something out of a Jurassic fashion show. It had 4 long decorative tail feathers, but it couldn't fly. Its body was small, like a chicken's, with short arms, but even weirder, it had long front teeth, like protruding chopsticks. This dinosaur lived about 160 million years ago in what is now China, and its design seems more aesthetic than functional. A feathered sound machine? Exactly. The Australian lyrebird is one of the most impressive mimics in the animal kingdom. This bird not only imitates the songs of other birds, but also mechanical and human sounds. Lyrebirds have been documented imitating chainsaws, cameras, car alarms, cell phones, and even human voices. Every year, in the town of Castrillo de Murcia, Spain, El Colacho is celebrated, a festival where men dressed as the devil jump over rows of newborn babies. That's right, the tradition, dating back to the 17th century, seeks to cleanse babies of original sin and protect them from evil throughout their lives. The devil runs through the streets and then jumps over the children lying on mattresses. There are hidden beaches, and then there's this one, Playa del Amor, also known as the Secret Beach of Mexico, is literally inside an open crater surrounded by a natural rock dome. From above, it looks like a hole in the ground, and from inside, it looks like a Seven Villains hideout. Located in the Marietas Islands in Nayarit, this beach cannot be reached on foot. To enter, you have to swim through a 500-foot underwater tunnel. If I told you there's a mountain range in China that looks like it was painted by a psychedelic artist, would you believe me? Well, it exists. It's called Zhangyi Danxia, and it's known as the Rainbow Mountains. From a distance, it looks like a Pixar animation, but it's 100% natural. The vibrant reds, oranges, greens, yellows, and even lilacs are due to millions of years of mineral and rock sedimentation combined with wind and water erosion. This creature actually existed. Therizinosaurus is one of the most baffling dinosaurs in history. Imagine an animal with the body of a giant ostrich, claws over 3 feet long, a toothless beak, a swan-like neck, and a happy herbivore's tummy. Nightmarish design? Yes. Real? Also, its curved claws were as long as a baseball bat, and for a long time, scientists thought it was a brutal predator until they discovered it ate plants. The actor behind one of television's most clumsy and absurd characters is, in fact, an academic genius. Rowan Atkinson, the famous Mr. Atkinson, Bean holds a master's degree in electrical engineering from Oxford University. Yes, Oxford, where geniuses study, not clowns. In Quaylat National Park, in southern Chile, nature offers an astonishing scene, a hanging glacier that seems to float over an imposing cliff. From above, its masses of ice extend into the void, while the melting ice forms a waterfall that cascades down into the vegetation-covered valley. The blue crane, also known as the paradise or Stanley crane, is a majestic bird that holds a special place in the heart of South Africa. With its distinguished bearing and soft blue plumage, this species has been adopted as a national emblem, representing beauty, grace, and freedom. 60 million years ago, after the extinction of the dinosaurs, something enormous crawled through the swamps of South America, the Titanoboa, the largest snake that ever existed. And no, we're not talking about just any anaconda. This thing measured over 50 feet long and weighed more than 2,600 pounds. Sounds crazy? Well, the craziest thing is that it could swallow a whole crocodile effortlessly. In the heart of the Tasman Sea rises Ball's Pyramid, an imposing volcanic island that reaches 1,844 feet in height. This completely uninhabited rock formation is recognized as the tallest volcanic monolithic structure on the planet. In a stunning corner of Brazil, adventurers can enjoy a unique experience, relaxing in hanging hammocks located just above the abyss formed by the Sepultura waterfall. These nets, suspended high above the surface, allow visitors to relax while contemplating the thunderous flow beneath their feet. In the heart of Indonesia lies a natural haven transformed by time, the Grojogan Sowu waterfall. What was originally a man-made dam has now become a series of staggered waterfalls that descend in perfect synchronization. In Japan, Coca-Cola surprised the market with a special edition that was completely transparent, colorless, but with the same distinctive flavor. This colorless version represented a bold and unusual proposal in the world of soft drinks. The reticulated python holds the record for the longest snake in existence, reaching an average length of nearly 16 feet. Some exceptional individuals can exceed 30 feet, making it a true reptilian giant. It lives primarily in the dense jungles of Southeast Asia, where its skin displays an intricate mosaic of scales in shades of yellow and brown. Damian Ortega, a prominent Mexican artist, reinvents common objects, transforming them into striking works of art. His work reflects the influence of the master Diego Rivera, boldly fusing tradition and modernity. Through his installations, he invites viewers to question reality and discover new meanings in everyday life, and each piece establishes an intelligent and provocative dialogue with the viewer. The horned walnut caterpillar is one of the most colossal larvae in the insect kingdom. It is distinguished by the striking orange spines that cover its voluminous body. Despite its intimidating appearance, this curious creature transforms into a harmless moth upon completing its metamorphosis. Its transformation is as striking as its youthful appearance. Long before he starred on the big screen, Johnny Depp played guitar in a rock band called The Kids during the 1980s. Although his initial passion was music, fate led him down another path when he participated in a film audition. His acting debut came in the horror film A Nightmare on Elm Street, where he played one of the young protagonists. In the Japanese city of Osaka stands the unique Gate Tower building, known for its extraordinary architectural peculiarity. This building has a highway that literally runs through it, traversing several of its intermediate levels through a structural tunnel. Rather than bypassing the skyscraper, the highway was integrated into the design through advanced engineering. Cubic-shaped watermelons are grown in Japan, specifically designed for easier handling and commercial display. These geometric fruits, shaped as they grow, are considerably more expensive than conventional round ones. However, their unusual shape makes them highly prized gifts. Completely white raccoons, lacking pigmentation, are a true rarity in the animal kingdom. With their snowy fur and reddish eyes, they resemble creatures straight out of a fantasy tale. Seeing one in the wild is almost a mythological event due to its low probability. These animals, affected by albinism, possess a beauty as unusual as they are vulnerable. In the coastal city of Busan, South Korea, there is a peculiar mode of transportation for travelers called the Sky Capsule. These are small, elevated cabins that move slowly on rails, offering privileged views of the coastline. Designed to accommodate up to 4 passengers, these capsules move at a very slow pace, favoring a contemplative experience. The entire journey covers 1.2 miles in about 25 minutes. Hafthor Bjornsson, famous for playing the Mountain in the series Game of Thrones, is world-renowned for his extraordinary strength. In 2020, he set a new record in the deadlift, lifting an impressive 1,104 pounds. The cliffs of Moher, located on the west coast of Ireland, rise majestically more than 660 feet above the waters of the Atlantic Ocean. They stretch for about 5 miles, forming an imposing natural barrier that dominates the seascape. In Costa Rica, within the lush Manuel Antonio rainforest, lies a truly unique accommodation, the Hotel Costa Verde. Its most striking feature is a former Boeing 727 aircraft that has been meticulously converted into a luxury suite. This unique aerial room is surrounded by lush tropical vegetation and offers stunning panoramic views of the natural surroundings. In Gateshead, northeast England, stands an exceptional road structure called the Millennium Bridge. This bascule bridge is distinguished by its ability to tilt and allow clear passage for riverboats. Its curved design gives it a peculiar visual appearance reminiscent of an eye closing and opening, which is why it is popularly known as the blinking eye. The Tien Tan Buddha is an imposing bronze statue located on Lantau Island, Hong Kong. This monumental figure represents Buddha in a meditative position and is one of the most important spiritual icons in the region. Standing over 98 feet tall, it attracts both Buddhist devotees and tourists from around the world. To reach its base, visitors must climb a long staircase of more than 260 steps, adding a symbolic element of effort and respect. Popularly known as the Bean of Chicago, the Cloud Gate sculpture has become one of the city's most recognizable symbols. Located in Millennium Park, it was created by British artist Anish Kapoor. Its polished stainless steel surface reflects the sky, buildings, and visitors, creating a hypnotic visual effect. The Bungle Bungle Mountains, located in remote northern Australia, form a geological formation striking in their shape and color. Their alternating bands of dark and orange tones make them look like the work of another planet. These formations, dating back millions of years, are considered sacred by the local Aboriginal peoples. The world's longest grand piano was built in 2010 by Adrian Mann, a young man from New Zealand. At an impressive 18.7 feet long, this instrument far exceeds the dimensions of a traditional grand piano. Made entirely by hand, the project took Mann a total of 4 years of meticulous and dedicated work. The impressive underground passage through the Alps is remarkable for its astonishing precision. Known as the Gotthard Base Tunnel, located in Switzerland, this is the longest and deepest railway tunnel ever built, reaching a total length of 35.4 miles and reaching almost 7,545 feet beneath the imposing Alpine mountains. Julian Voss Andrié, a German-born sculptor trained in quantum physics, is known for combining scientific rigor with artistic sensibility. His creations, which often explore concepts such as matter, perception, and duality, bridge the gap between two traditionally separate worlds. Through his sculptures, he manages to make the invisible visible, inviting us to reflect on the very nature of reality. The sage grouse, an emblematic bird of the American West, stars in one of the most unique courtship displays in the animal kingdom. Every spring, males gather in clearings called lek, where they display their fan-shaped tails, expand the yellow sacs on their chests, and emit deep, rhythmic sounds to captivate females. Their ritual dance is a display of nature and tradition. The lulo, also known as narangula, is a unique fruit from the Andes, with deep green flesh and a tangy flavor reminiscent of a cross between pineapple and lemon. Highly prized in countries like Colombia and Ecuador, it is a staple in traditional juices and beverages. However, its fragility and short shelf life mean its presence outside of South America is rare. The quokka, often called the happiest animal on the planet, is a tiny marsupial native to Australia with a particular presence on Rottnest Island. Its face, which seems to be constantly smiling, has made it an irresistible attraction for travelers from around the world. This characteristic has catapulted it to fame as a symbol of friendliness and tenderness. On the north coast of Iceland stands the flowing stone of Vitserkur, a 49-foot-high rock structure that evokes the image of a fantastical being drinking from the sea. Local tradition identifies it as an ancient troll turned to stone, trapped by sunlight. Its unusual silhouette is the result of centuries of wind and waves shaping it. This formation beautifully blends Icelandic folklore with the whims of nature. Jade, also known as the money tree, is a succulent plant highly prized globally, particularly in Asian traditions that attribute powers of prosperity to it. Originating in South Africa, it is noted for its easy maintenance and longevity. Its symbolic value, along with its ornamental appearance, makes it an excellent choice for decorating both homes and workspaces. The Shanghai Tower, opened to the public in 2015, is the second tallest skyscraper on the planet, reaching 2,073 feet. Its spiral structure stands out not only for its unique architectural beauty but also for its effectiveness, as it helps minimize the impact of wind on the building. In the warm, meandering waters of the Amazon River lives a species of dolphin notable for its unusual and fascinating appearance: the pink dolphin, also known as Bodo. Unlike other dolphins, this animal undergoes a noticeable change in the tone of its skin throughout its life. At birth, its color is grayish and subtle, but as it matures, its skin takes on a vibrant pink hue that can vary in intensity. In the vast and mysterious swampy areas that extend across the heart of Central and Eastern Africa lives one of the most impressive and unique birds in the world, the shoebill. This majestic creature stands out not only for its imposing size, but especially for its distinctive beak, which can reach up to 9.4 inches in length. The peculiar shape of this beak, which resembles an antique leather shoe, is the reason it receives its common name. In Tokyo's vibrant Odaiba area stands an impressive structure that pays homage to one of the most iconic anime franchises, a life-size replica of the RX-0 Unicorn Gundam robot, protagonist of the Mobile Suit Gundam series. This monumental figure reaches a height of almost 66 feet and weighs nearly 54 short tons, standing out not only for its size, but also for its technical complexity. In Dubai, you'll find one of the most ambitious and iconic creations of modern engineering, an artificial island designed in the distinctive shape of a palm tree. This structure, which extends majestically over the sea, was built by meticulously extracting and placing sand and stones from the seabed, transforming the natural landscape into an urban paradise. In the city of Isfahan, Iran, stands an architectural work that goes beyond its function as a simple passage over water, the Kaju Bridge. This monument, dating from the 10th century, combines hydraulic engineering with the art and social life of the time. With its 23 majestic arches, it not only facilitated traffic over the Zayende River, but also acted as a kind of dam that regulated the river's flow, thanks to ingenious mechanisms in its structure. In China, within the spectacular setting of Zhangjiajie Forest Park, lies a technological marvel that defies gravity, the Beilong Elevator. This elevator, which holds the title of being the world's tallest open-air elevator, rises up to 1,070 feet from the ground, offering a unique experience to those who dare to ride it. In just 88 seconds, passengers reach the top of the cliff. In Hong Kong, there is a unique place called the Feline Bookstore, specializing in all things cat-related. There, kitty lovers will find an extensive collection of books and articles dedicated to these animals. While browsing the shelves, they can share the space with cats who live in the bookstore, providing a cozy and tender atmosphere. This place combines a passion for reading with feline companionship. Lotta 65 is a Portuguese collective dedicated to teaching graffiti to seniors, with a special focus on women. Their goal is to promote social inclusion through art, providing participants with a way to express themselves creatively. In addition to empowering seniors, Lotta 65 transforms urban spaces through social art, creating murals that reflect community stories and values. The Lake Crowley columns, located in California, are impressive geological formations that reach up to 20 feet in height. These unique structures were formed approximately 760,000 years ago as a result of volcanic eruptions and the action of steam. The columns are connected by natural arches, creating a dramatic and fascinating landscape. Edson Aurelio is a decorative painter recognized for his ability to transform blots into complex works of art. His unique style is characterized by giving shape and structure to what initially appears to be chaos, creating striking visual compositions full of detail. Through his technique, he manages to transform the abstract into something profoundly aesthetic, capturing the attention and admiration of those who observe his work. Wingsuit athletes defy gravity by jumping from great heights, using only their specialized suit to control their descent. Unlike other aerial sports, they do not rely on a parachute to slow their fall, but instead rely on the aerodynamics of their suit to maneuver and steer their flight. Mount Huashan in China is a sacred mountain famous for its extreme hiking trails. Its narrow paths, walkways suspended over chasms, and steep staircases offer both a physical and mental challenge. It attracts adrenaline-seeking adventurers as well as pilgrims seeking a spiritual connection. Steak tartare is a traditional French dish consisting of finely chopped raw beef. It is often accompanied by capers, onion, egg yolk, and a variety of seasonings, which enhance its fresh and delicate flavor. Served raw, it is prized for its freshness and the quality of the meat used. Although its preparation is simple, the combination of ingredients and the texture of the meat make this dish a unique experience for lovers of gourmet cuisine. In Romania, the Mare Cemetery of Sapunsa challenges conventional ideas about final resting places by presenting a vibrant and colorful setting. Its graves, made of wooden planks painted mostly in a deep turquoise blue, are adorned with humorous drawings that reflect significant or funny moments in the lives of those who rest there. Ciabatta, originally from Italy, is a bread notable for its flat, rectangular shape. Its exterior features a crispy crust, while its interior is light and spongy, filled with large air spaces that give it a unique, airy texture. This bread is highly prized for its distinctive flavor and consistency. In the Amazon rainforest lives the Pirahun tribe, an isolated group with a unique characteristic. They have no words for counting. There is no one, two, or many. They only use vague terms like few or more than one. They also have no grammatical past or future tense in their language. They live in an eternal present. Linguists still don't understand how they can hunt, survive, and remember without number systems or time references. Saksun is a village lost between mountains and fjords in a frozen corner of the North Atlantic. The curious thing is that all their houses are covered with roofs of living grass. Yes, grass literally grows on the homes as if they were part of the landscape. This isn't just aesthetic, it serves as thermal and acoustic insulation, and even as a refuge for birds. It looks like a set from The Lord of the Rings, but it's 100% real. The white cobra, also known as the albino cobra, is a rare variant of the traditional cobra, distinguished by its white or cream-colored skin. This characteristic is due to a genetic change that prevents the production of the usual pigment, giving it a unique and standout appearance within its species. Clouds known as sky punch, or fall streak holes, are rare atmospheric phenomena that appear as large, rounded, or oval-shaped voids in the upper layers of the sky. This effect occurs in high clouds, such as altocumulus or cirrocumulus, when water that remains liquid at sub-zero temperatures abruptly freezes into ice crystals. Although forests are popularly considered the lungs of the planet, it's actually the oceans that play that vital role. These vast bodies of water generate between half and almost 4/5 of the oxygen we need to live, thanks to the photosynthetic activity of marine organisms like phytoplankton. The air car, developed by Klein Vision, represents a revolutionary advance in personal mobility by combining the capabilities of a car and an airplane into a single device. Equipped with a 1.6-liter BMW engine generating 160 horsepower, this hybrid vehicle can fly at speeds close to 125 miles per hour. It also offers an aerial range of nearly 620 miles, positioning it as a futuristic option for fast and versatile travel. The African elephant has the longest pregnancy of all animals, lasting 22 months. This extended period is necessary due to its size and the complex development of the fetal brain. During this time, the pregnant elephant allows its calf to grow sufficiently to survive in the wild. The long process also ensures that the newborn elephant has the physical and mental capabilities necessary to cope with life in the wild. The Dolce by Wyndham Hanoi Golden Lake is a luxury hotel in Hanoi, Vietnam, renowned for its unique and opulent design. Its facade is covered with more than 1.3 million square feet of 24-karat gold, earning it the title of the only hotel in the world with gold-plated tiles, according to the International Union of Records. The wristwatch for the blind is specifically designed to be a speaker that tells you the time when you need it. The blue-footed booby is a species of seabird that inhabits the Galapagos Islands. Its most distinctive feature is its bright blue feet, which become even more intense during courtship season. Males display their feet in a courtship ritual, where the more vibrant the blue, the more attractive the individual is considered. Quad ball, formerly known as Quidditch, is a sport inspired by the Harry Potter universe. It is played between two teams of 7 players each, who must maneuver with sticks between their legs. The main objective is to score points by throwing a ball through hoops located at the ends of the field, while the snitch, a ball tied to a neutral runner, must be caught to score additional points. The Dragon Reservoir, located in the Alentejo region of Portugal, is a body of water notable for its serpentine, dragon-like shape. In addition to being an important source of water and energy, this reservoir has become a popular tourist destination. It offers various activities such as sailing, fishing, and landscape observation, making it a perfect place to enjoy nature and the tranquility of the surroundings. The great hornbill is a bird native to Southeast Asia, known for its distinctive curved beak and prominent casque atop its beak. Its plumage is primarily black, while its face is a bright red. This bird is famous for its loud call, which can be heard over long distances, and is found in tropical forests where it plays an important role in seed dispersal. In Nebraska, there is an officially registered town with a census, a mayor's office, a library, and a single inhabitant, Elsie Eiler, who is simultaneously the mayor, the librarian, the bartender, and the only citizen. She issues her own liquor license and pays taxes to keep the town legally active. If you go to Manawai, you will literally be the most noticeable outsider there. In 1938, an episode called Popeye the Sailor Meets Sinbad the Sailor aired, in which Popeye fights a monster. However, an alternate, unaired version exists where Popeye uses a sword to cut off the villain's head, clearly animated and bloody. This cut was withdrawn from circulation because it was considered too violent for the time. Can a bear be an official member of an army? Yes, and his name was Wojtek. He was adopted by Polish soldiers in Iran and ended up traveling with them all the way to Italy. The most incredible thing, he carried ammunition crates in the middle of combat without fear of enemy fire. He ate the same food as the soldiers, drank beer, and liked to smoke cigarettes, although he didn't light them. Wojtek was promoted to corporal, received his salary and rations, and was decorated. Located in southern India, Oroville was founded as a utopian experiment where there is no private property, no currency, and no organized religion. The idea is to live in harmony, sharing resources, and guided by collective spiritual progress. The center of the village has a giant golden sphere called the Matrimandir, which functions as a meditation space. More than 50 nationalities live there, and no one can buy land or earn a salary. During the final years of the Third Reich, the desperation to win the war led to the creation of absurd occult projects. One of the most delusional was the so-called Occult Lebensborn project, in which, according to files leaked by defectors, an attempt was made to use fresh corpses and esoteric techniques to reanimate them. They supposedly blended Norse runes, pagan rituals, and experimental electrical technology. In the mountains of Portugal, there is a group of prehistoric houses called Casas do Penedo, literally built between and under rocks weighing hundreds of tons. They look like something out of the Flintstones, but they are habitable, real, and used by shepherds. Strangely enough, some have no electricity, cell phone service, or marked paths, but they are registered as legal addresses, living in a rock, and having it function as a home. Beyond the military, Hitler designed a plan called Operation Gomorrah, which included wiping out entire cities, out of personal revenge, architectural beauty, or cultural symbolism. Among those selected were Oxford, Paris, and Prague. The reason? He said they were too beautiful for enemies to live in. He even ordered some cathedrals to be bombed simply because they represented the soul of the enemy. In this frozen Alaskan village, the 200 inhabitants live in a single building called Baggage Towers. The supermarket, school, post office, church, and even the police station are all within the same complex. The reason, storms and extreme cold prevent outdoor living. For weeks on end, people are unable to leave the building, so the entire village literally lives under the same roof. One of the lesser-known methods of Nazi espionage was the use of tactical theater teams. These were units specialized in infiltrating occupied villages, posing as Allied troops, refugees, or even priests. Their mission was to spread rumors, instill fear, or gain the trust of entire populations, and then betray them. On the island of Bali, the people of Trunyan have a macabre tradition. They neither bury nor cremate their dead. They are placed in open-air bamboo cages at the foot of an ancient tree called Taramanyan, which supposedly neutralizes the smell of decomposing bodies. The place is as disturbing as it is hypnotic. Human bones among flowers, skulls lined up by the lake, and a silence that seems sacred or cursed. At the 1912 Stockholm Olympics, Japanese athlete Shiso Kanekuri competed in the marathon, but due to extreme heat and lack of hydration, he collapsed along the way and was cared for by a Swedish family. Ashamed, he quietly returned to Japan without notifying the organizers, who officially reported him missing. Years passed, and in 1967 he was found by Swedish journalists who invited him to finish the marathon he had abandoned 55 years earlier. In the city of Tartu, there is a neighborhood called Supalin, which translates as Soup City. Why? Because all its streets are named after ingredients: Carrot Street, Potato Street, Pea Street, Onion Street. It's a bohemian town full of street art, spoon graffiti, food festivals, and murals with real recipes painted on the walls. The 1900 Paris Games were as chaotic as they were fascinating. In addition to traditional sports, they included completely random disciplines, such as hot air ballooning. Participants were evaluated on height, duration, and landing accuracy. Although it is not considered an official sport today, the organizers at that time included it as part of the Olympic program. On the volcanic island of Miyakojima, south of Tokyo, its 2,500 inhabitants live on one of the most active sulfur dioxide zones on the planet. Since the volcano erupted in 2000, the air has been so polluted that all residents must wear gas masks. Even to go to work or school, alarms sound every time the gas levels rise. And yet, no one wants to leave. Festima is a colorful festival celebrating the mysterious and fascinating African masks. It takes place in Dédougou, Burkina Faso, and brings together cultures from across West Africa. Dances, drums, and rituals fill the streets with ancient magic. The masks represent spirits, legends, and sacred traditions. It's a unique celebration where the past comes alive with every movement. The Shark Jet Ski is an innovative, shark-shaped water vehicle designed to travel both above and below water. It features a powerful engine that allows it to reach high speeds on the surface and dive to explore the underwater environment. Ideal for extreme water sports, it combines the thrill of jet skiing with the adventure of diving, offering a unique experience for those seeking adrenaline and marine exploration. The Christ the King of Poland, located in Świebodzin, is an imposing 108-foot-high statue, reaching 172 feet including the pedestal. Its height symbolizes Jesus' 33 years of life, surpassing the famous Christ the Redeemer in Brazil. Inaugurated in 2010, it was promoted by priest Sylwester Zawadzki. The Moscow guppy is a variety of ornamental fish bred in Russia, known for its vibrant colors that include shades of blue, black, and purple. Males are particularly colorful, while females tend to be larger. This fish is popular in aquariums due to its beauty and ease of care. The mouse deer is a small and elusive mammal that lives in the forests of Southeast Asia. It is notable for its tiny size, with some adult specimens weighing no more than 4.4 pounds, making it one of the smallest ruminants in the world. Its mouse-like appearance with large ears and a compact body is perfectly adapted to its forested environment and herbivorous diet. George Iser, a gymnast from the United States, participated in the 1904 Games with a wooden leg. That same day, he competed in the parallel bars, vault, rope, horse, and vertical climbing. He won 6 medals, including 3 gold, all in less than 24 hours and without a real leg. Located in the Russian Arctic, Shoina is a coastal village where the desert takes over the houses. Literally, strong winds carry so much sand that the houses are buried up to the roof and the inhabitants have to dig tunnels to escape. Some days they wake up with no door, just a wall of sand. Yet people continue to live there, out of habit, out of madness, out of love for the extreme cold. Oscar Swan, a Swedish shooter, wasn't just an Olympian. He was a living legend. He competed for the first time in 1908 at the age of 60. He won gold. But the incredible thing is that at the 1920 Games, at the age of 72 and with a glass eye, he won the silver medal. In the 18th century, this small village claimed to have been attacked by a vampire named Sava Savanovich. The townspeople avoided going out at night, placed garlic in their windows, and told stories of how several people mysteriously bled to death. In 2012, when the house collapsed, the neighbors panicked, believing the vampire had been released. Helene Mayer was the Jewish fencer the Nazis used as a front for the 1936 Olympics. Exiled in the US, she was called in to project an image of inclusion that didn't exist. Although she won silver, she saluted Hitler with her arm raised. A political move disguised as sportsmanship. The coconut octopus was discovered using empty coconut shell halves as shields or portable shelters. It carries them along the seafloor and, when threatened, crawls inside and closes like a ninja clam. This is incredible because it involves planning, tools, and strategy. Rats emit ultrasonic laughter when they're playing, being tickled, or are happy. These giggles occur at 50 kilohertz, well above what the human ear can detect. And if you pet them where they like it, they stay still and emit more laughter, as if asking for more. And finally, the mantis shrimp has the most complex eyes in the animal kingdom. It can detect up to 16 different types of color receptors, while we only use 3, red, green, and blue. It sees ultraviolet, infrared, polarized light, and even patterns invisible to us. The crazy thing is that each eye can see independently in 3 different directions. The story of Courage and his owners in Nowhere, Kansas seems funny until you learn it was loosely based on the true story of an elderly couple who disappeared in the 1950s in an isolated town in New Mexico. The Pattersons' bodies were never found, only their dog, who was found alone, alive, in the house. Police records mentioned that neighbors had reported strange lights, shadowy figures, and screams in the desert. The South American fishing bat has such a powerful echolocation system that when it detects fish, it emits high-pitched underwater squeals that sound like a distorted microphone. But what's surprising is that when you slow down the sound in the laboratory, it sounds like a deep human guttural. The Menin ritual, practiced by the Toraja community in Indonesia, is a profound act of respect for the ancestors. It involves digging up the deceased to cleanse them, change their clothes, and, in some cases, refurbish their coffins. This ritual is not only a funeral tradition, but a celebration of love and connection with one's ancestors. It is a way to honor the dead and maintain the bond with them, reinforcing the sense of community and respect for past generations. The Miller Lite controller is a unique device that merges a soft drink with a fully functional video game controller. Designed to perfectly mimic a traditional Miller Lite can, this gadget incorporates control buttons, triggers, and a directional pad into its structure. It also features Bluetooth technology for easy connection to computers and consoles, offering an innovative and original gaming experience. Victoria Lee is a prominent tattoo artist from China, famous for her mastery of realism in her work. She began her career in 2014 and has since gained recognition for her skill. Her specialties include portraits and highly detailed pieces that appear almost photographic, which has positioned her as a reference in the world of contemporary tattooing. Horn trimming is a common practice in livestock farming, primarily applied to young animals. Its purpose is to prevent injuries that they may cause to each other or to their caregivers. Removing or reducing horns at an early age minimizes pain and promotes safer coexistence within the group. Although it is a controversial measure, many ranchers consider it necessary to prevent accidents and facilitate cattle handling. Nemo 33, located in Brussels, is one of the deepest pools on the planet, with a depth of 113 feet. It contains approximately 660,000 gallons of water, maintained at a constant temperature of 86 degrees Fahrenheit. This diving center includes platforms at different levels, submerged tunnels, and a cylindrical pit that attracts both professional and enthusiast divers. The camel spider, also known as the solifuge, is an arachnid that lives in arid and desert areas. Although it is not poisonous, it has large chelicerae capable of inflicting painful bites. Its segmented body and long legs allow it to move with agility, reaching speeds of up to 16 kilometers per hour. Despite its intimidating appearance, it tends to avoid human contact. The sage grouse, also called the common sage grouse, is a large bird that lives in the dry regions of western North America. It is uniquely adapted to living among thickets of sagebrush, a plant it depends on for both food and shelter. Cats lack the ability to detect sweet tastes. This is due to a genetic mutation that deactivates the TS1R2 gene, which is essential for forming the sweet taste receptor. As a result, cats do not respond to sugar as many other mammals do. This characteristic reflects their evolution as strict carnivores, with no biological need to seek out sweet foods. Stephanie Millinger, born in Austria in 1992, is a contortionist and acrobat renowned for pushing the limits of the human body. Her fame is due to the impressive acrobatics she performs without safety equipment, even in extreme scenarios such as cliffs, skyscraper rooftops, or mid-flight on a paraglider. She has broken several world records and combines strength, flexibility, and control in every performance. Her work fuses risk with the aesthetics of movement. The International Kite Festival, held every June on the island of Fanø, Denmark, is one of the largest events of its kind. At this festival, thousands of people gather to fly around 20,000 kites on a stunning 8.7-mile beach. The event attracts visitors from around the world, who enjoy not only the colorful kite spectacle, but also aerial acrobatic displays and competitions. The Philippine clouded rat is a large rodent endemic to the island of Luzon. It can grow up to 30 inches in length and weigh more than 5.5 pounds. Its dense, colorful fur allows it to effectively camouflage itself in its natural environment. It lives in mountainous forests at altitudes of up to 7,200 feet, where it feeds primarily on plants. It is a nocturnal and solitary species, making it difficult to observe in its natural habitat. Dolphins go crazy on purpose. Some groups of dolphins in the wild have been seen passing pufferfish around like underwater cigarettes. The pufferfish releases a toxin when bitten. In high doses, it is lethal, but in small quantities, it induces a kind of trance. The dolphins know this. They bite it carefully, pass it to each other, and float in a state of total euphoria. Then they let it go. Indonesia is home to the largest number of active volcanoes on the planet, exceeding 130. Its territory lies in a seismic zone known as the Ring of Fire. Despite the risk, many communities thrive in its vicinity. The reason? The volcanic soil is extremely fertile. Crops grow easily in these mineral soils. Life among volcanoes is a balance between danger and abundance. Magawa was a giant African rat trained to detect mines in Cambodia. Thanks to her sense of smell, she saved lives, clearing more than 55 acres of land. She was awarded a gold medal for her bravery and humanitarian work. She passed away in 2022, leaving behind an unforgettable legacy of heroism. Pierre Brol, a French designer born in 1991, specializes in creating sculptures from recycled plexiglass. His works are deeply influenced by Impressionism and kinetic art, seeking not only to capture the essence of movement, but also to promote reflection on the importance of the slow life movement. The spider monkey is a primate that lives in the tropical rainforests of Central and South America. It is characterized by its extremely long arms and prehensile tail, which allows it to move nimbly through the trees and grasp objects with great precision. They live in social groups, which allows them to collaborate in the search for food, primarily fruit. The yellow watermelon is a rare variety distinguished by its yellow flesh instead of the traditional red. This is due to the absence of lycopene, the pigment responsible for watermelon's red color. Its flavor is sweeter and more syrupy compared to conventional watermelon. It is also an excellent source of water, vitamin A and vitamin C, making it a refreshing and nutritious option, ideal for consumption in warm climates. The long-neck avocado, also known as long neck, is an elongated variety that can grow up to 18 inches long. It is especially popular in Florida due to its size and distinctive flavor. Its flesh is creamy, dense, and sweet, making it ideal for a variety of recipes, from guacamole to salads and smoothies. The Simpsons characters have 4 fingers on each hand due to a focus on animation efficiency. This simplified style saves production time by reducing detail and facilitating movement. It also contributes to a clear and recognizable design, which is crucial for a series that has run for so many episodes. Guillaume Fontaine is a circus performer and slackliner, originally from Sherbrooke, Quebec, Canada. Since 2015, he has built a distinguished career in the sport, distinguished by his extreme skills and unique achievements. In 2018, he broke the world record for the longest highline traverse without falling, an impressive feat in the world of slacklining. He also set the record for the longest distance traveled on a unicycle while slacklining. The snowy owl is an Arctic bird of prey, easily recognizable by its white plumage, which provides excellent camouflage in its snowy environment. Its yellow eyes are a prominent feature of its face. This species is highly adaptable, as it can hunt both day and night, allowing it to take full advantage of the conditions of its polar habitat. The bullfrog is a species of giant frog native to North America. It is characterized by its impressive size, reaching up to 8 inches long and weighing more than 1.1 pounds. It is known for its ability to adapt to a variety of habitats, from ponds to larger bodies of water. Its diet includes a wide range of prey, from insects to small vertebrates, making it a very effective hunter. Barbie Jeep racing is an extreme activity that began as a joke, but quickly became a popular competition in the United States. It involves adults descending hills in Barbie Jeep-like toy vehicles, which are modified to support the weight of the participants and withstand impacts. In certain Indian cultures, bathing in cow urine is practiced due to its purported healing and spiritual properties. In Hinduism, the cow is a sacred animal that symbolizes life and fertility, and its excretions are believed to have beneficial effects on both physical and spiritual health. Although this practice is controversial and not common in all regions, it is a traditional ritual in some places. The naked mole rat is a subterranean rodent native to the Horn of Africa. Its appearance is peculiar, with almost hairless, wrinkled, pinkish-brown skin. It has tiny eyes and small ears, which makes it look even more unusual. These rats live in underground colonies and are known for their longevity and resistance to pain, as they possess unique biological characteristics, such as the ability to resist cancer. The €0 banknote is a souvenir issued by the European Union, with no monetary value, designed exclusively as a memento. Although it is not legal tender, it features security features such as holograms and watermarks, similar to authentic banknotes. Each banknote is personalized with images of monuments, landmarks, or important events, making it a popular collectible among tourists and coin collectors. The exoskeleton of scorpions fluoresces due to the presence of chemicals. This property allows them to better defend themselves, as by glowing under ultraviolet light, they can scare off predators or attract prey. Furthermore, it is believed that fluorescence could play a role in regulating their body temperature. The green heron is a small heron found in wetlands, mangroves, and swampy areas of the Americas. Measuring approximately 17 inches in length, it stands out for its blue-green plumage and elegant demeanor. This species is known for its agility when hunting, using its long beak to catch fish and small invertebrates. It adapts well to humid environments and is commonly seen in coastal and riverine areas. The famous Shrek Swamp has been recreated in great detail and is now available to book through Airbnb. Located in the Scottish Highlands, This rustic, mud and moss-covered retreat captures the essence of the beloved Green Ogre's home. The cabin offers a unique and immersive experience, ideal for fans of the animated series. In Shenzhen, China, during the traditional Dragon Boat Festival, a stunning nighttime display took place. Nearly 100 perfectly coordinated drones lit up the sky, forming the dynamic figure of a colossal dragon that seemed to dance among the stars. This technological display combined art, culture, and modernity into an unforgettable visual experience. Harvestmen are creatures belonging to the arachnid group, easily recognizable by their long, thin legs that contrast with their small, rounded bodies. Unlike spiders, they do not show a clear division between their body segments, giving them a more unified appearance. Their curious appearance and slow gait have earned them popular names such as Patonas or Reapers. The largest Rubik's Cube in the world is located in the Nina Mall in Hong Kong and has been recognized by the Guinness World Records for its astonishing dimensions, nearly 8.2 feet per side. Despite its colossal size, this cube is fully functional and was designed to be manipulated by several people at the same time. Tom Harker's paintings explore meaning in a world saturated with images and mediated experiences. He uses sources such as iPhone photos, social media, film, and classical art without hierarchies. His art disrupts visual confusion with the physical presence of the paintbrush. Each image holds complex stories that he reinterprets into new connections. In this way, he creates nonlinear narratives that invite us to look beyond the obvious. Paracetamol ice cream represents an ingenious medical solution designed to make it easier to administer this drug to children. Designed especially for children who tend to reject pills or syrups, this ice cream retains the active ingredient in paracetamol, but in a more palatable format. Its cold presentation can also relieve discomfort associated with fever or sore throat. The loop of death was a revolutionary maneuver in artistic gymnastics, introduced by Soviet athlete Olga Korbut at the 1972 Munich Olympic Games. This risky figure involves standing on the top bar of the uneven bars, executing a backflip, and then grabbing the same bar again. However, due to the high risks to the gymnast, the International Gymnastics Federation decided to ban it from official competitions. At the bottom of the Gulf of Mexico lies an astonishing natural phenomenon known as the Jacuzzi of Despair. This curious underwater lake has waters with an extremely high concentration of salt, which prevents them from mixing with the surrounding seawater. The result is a striking illusion of a lake within the ocean. On certain beaches along the Baltic Sea in Finland, you can observe a strange natural phenomenon known as ice eggs. These spherical formations occur under very specific weather conditions, such as sub-zero temperatures and gentle but constant waves. The water freezes around small fragments that rotate with the movement of the sea, forming rounded shapes. The Global Coin and Banknote Society recognized the Mexican 50 peso banknote as the most impressive in the world, granting it a special award for its exceptional design. This distinction highlighted the unique beauty of this piece of national currency, consolidating it as an artistic reference in the international numismatic field. American artist Brad Spencer has gained fame for his original approach to using bricks as a raw material for his sculptures. By blending classic construction methods with a unique artistic perspective, he creates pieces that not only stand out as art, but also blend harmoniously with the surrounding urban and architectural landscape. His work redefines the relationship between sculpture and public space. Artist Brian Detmer transforms old books into sculptures worth a fortune. With surgical precision, he cuts, carves, and sculpts pages to reveal incredible hidden forms. Each work resembles a universe hidden among letters and illustrations. What was once a reading object is now pure visual art. From Atlanta, he creates unique pieces that astonish the art world. It takes approximately 12,000 worker bees to produce 1 liter of honey. Each of them contributes only 1/12 of a teaspoon, reflecting the extraordinary cooperation and efficiency that characterizes the entire colony. This teamwork is essential to the success of the hive and the constant production of honey. In 1995, Nintendo launched a device called the Virtual Boy, which represented one of the first forays into the world of virtual reality applied to video games. This console sought to immerse players in a three-dimensional environment, although its technology was quite limited for the time. Despite its innovation, it failed to gain widespread popularity due to several technical and design drawbacks. The chameleon's eyes have an extraordinary characteristic. They move independently of each other. Thanks to this ability, they can scan two different areas simultaneously, giving them almost complete vision around their body, close to 360 degrees. This feature helps them detect prey and threats very effectively in their natural environment. Andoni Bastarrica, originally from the Basque country in Spain, is a self-trained sculptor who has distinguished himself by creating impressive, hyper-realistic sand sculptures. His passion for this art form was born in 2010 while playing with his daughters on the seashore. Since then, he has developed his skill using only simple elements such as his hands, small sticks, and feathers. In Guilin, China, lies the famous Reed Flute Cave, a natural spectacle formed over millions of years. This site is adorned with spectacular stalactites, stalagmites, and limestone columns that look like works of art carved by time. The combination of these formations creates a magical atmosphere that attracts visitors from all over the world. Starfish do not have blood in the conventional sense, as they lack a circulatory system comparable to that of vertebrates. Instead of blood, they use an aquifer vascular system that allows them to move nutrients and oxygen through their bodies using water. This unique adaptation is critical to their survival in the marine environment. By perching on power lines, some birds avoid electrocution because their bodies do not create a voltage difference. Without this difference, the electric current cannot flow through them, allowing them to stay safe. This peculiarity allows them to rest on these lines without harm, despite the high voltage present. In Che Province, within Taishu County, China, lies the majestic Rui Bridge. This construction stands out for its outstanding design and great visual impact. Its presence is a notable example of modern engineering applied in the region, making it an important architectural landmark. The figure of Jesus of Nazareth fallen, carved by Saint Bartholomew Becerra, is one of the most revered pieces during Holy Week in Guatemala. This artwork depicts Christ at the moment he succumbs under the weight of the cross as he walks toward Calvary. The sculpture stands out for its realism and intense expression of pain, reflecting the profound humanity of the Savior at that crucial moment. The Kuan Dole, commonly known as the Asian wild dog, is a carnivorous mammal that lives in groups and displays a great capacity for adaptation. It is found mainly in the forested and mountainous areas of South and Southeast Asia, where it forms complex social structures to survive and hunt efficiently. Snails belonging to the genus Conus, popularly called cone snails, are mollusks that live in warm marine environments, especially in coral reef ecosystems. These creatures are notable for their distinctive shell and their presence in tropical areas, where they are an important part of marine biodiversity. The Leucopsarian pteridacea, known in Japan as a delicacy fish, is consumed in a variety of ways. One of the most surprising ways is when it is served alive, in a practice known as origi. It can also be prepared boiled, fried, or dried, depending on local culinary tradition. This fish is prized for its mild flavor and nutritional benefits. In addition to its flavor, its versatility in Japanese cuisine makes it a popular ingredient. Lowe's Corner, located on the Monaco circuit, is one of the most famous corners in Formula One. With a tight U-shape, it is the slowest corner in the championship, requiring drivers to reduce their speed to approximately 28 miles per hour. Their challenge lies in the need for extreme precision when taking turns, which requires special adjustments to the vehicle's steering. Licoy cats are an unconventional breed, known for their sparse, coarse fur, especially on their faces, which gives them an unusual appearance. Their patchy coat gives them an appearance reminiscent of mythological creatures or even horror characters, such as werewolves. This peculiar appearance makes them a fascinating and somewhat mysterious breed, attracting both admirers and those intrigued by their uniqueness. Randy Tatalid from Manado, Indonesia, is a talented barber and designer who has gained fame for turning his clients' hair clippings into detailed celebrity portraits. Using cut hair as her primary material, she creates unique works of art that reflect her skill and creativity in the world of styling and art. The golden poison dart frog, native to the rainforests of the Colombian Pacific, is one of the most striking and dangerous creatures in the animal kingdom. Measuring only about 5 centimeters, its intense golden yellow color acts as a warning signal for its potent venom. This combination of beauty and toxicity makes it a fascinating example of natural adaptation. Giraffe Manor, located in Nairobi, Kenya, is a boutique hotel that stands out for providing an unparalleled experience to its visitors. This exclusive accommodation allows guests to enjoy their meals while curious giraffes poke their heads through the windows in search of a snack. This close interaction with nature makes Giraffe Manor a unique and memorable destination for those who visit. On Awaji Island, Japan, there's a theme park dedicated to the legendary monster Godzilla, offering an unforgettable experience for fans of Japanese cinema. The star attraction is a colossal Godzilla sculpture measuring over 394 feet in length, where visitors can ride a zip line that makes them appear to be sucked into the creature's gigantic open mouth. German Shepherds stand out as ideal dogs for police work thanks to their remarkable intelligence and learning ability. Furthermore, their strength, speed, discipline, and loyalty make them irreplaceable companions for law enforcement forces around the world. This combination of qualities positions them as the preferred breed for surveillance and protection work. The Hexadron helicopter, known as Hexa, is an innovative electric aircraft capable of vertical takeoff and landing, developed by Lift Aircraft. Designed for a single occupant, this aerial vehicle is equipped with 18 propellers mounted on 6 arms, ensuring stable and safe flight thanks to its redundant design. This technology represents a significant advance in personal aerial transport. The capuchin monkey, a member of the Cebus genus, is a primate native to Central and South America, recognized for its high cognitive ability and motor skills. Its face, with highly expressive features, gives it an appearance that is often reminiscent of humans, making it a fascinating species for the study of animal behavior. In March 2025, Crocs and the famous candy brand Haribo joined forces to create the exclusive Garibo Classic Clock, a limited edition shoe. This model features a design inspired by the 50 Goldars gummy bears, featuring a transparent upper that mimics the texture of the candy. Furthermore, its bright color palette evokes traditional Haribo flavors, making this shoe a unique and eye-catching piece. In the heart of the Banggai archipelago, off Pelin Island in Indonesia, lies Lake Pasupok, a natural treasure of great beauty. Its crystalline waters are so clear that they clearly reveal sunken logs and rock formations on the bed, offering a stunning visual spectacle for those who visit. This aquatic wonder stands out for its purity and serenity amidst the tropical environment. Boots made from crocodile skin are recognized for their elegant style, outstanding durability, and unique surface. These pieces are valued as exclusive products within the luxury market, given the complex artisanal process required and the high price of the raw material used. Their exclusivity makes them symbols of status and sophistication. The fruit of the Borassus flabellifer palm tree appears as a large drupe, measuring up to 6 inches in diameter. Its outer shell is tough and dark, ranging in color from black to deep brown. Inside, it houses a fibrous pulp with orange-yellow hues, characterized by its sweetness and intense aroma when ripe. The tiger shark is among the most impressive and easily identifiable specimens of the shark group worldwide. Its size can extend up to 18 feet in length, while its weight ranges between 838 and 1,322 pounds, making it a formidable marine predator. In a charming German town located in the Black Forest region, there is a group of homes that seem to blend into nature, resembling real trees. This resort, called Baumhausdorf, features 10 houses elevated to a height of 15 feet, supported by log-like structures made from native white fur. The kimono is a classic Japanese garment distinguished by its straight silhouette, full sleeves, and distinctive T-shaped design. This garment is wrapped around the body and secured with a wide sash called an obi, which not only serves a practical purpose but is also an essential decorative element in the aesthetics of the outfit. Kelvin-Helmholtz clouds are rare atmospheric phenomena that resemble ocean waves forming in the sky. They appear when a layer of warm, light air slides over a cooler, denser layer moving at different speeds, causing instability that generates these wavy curls, similar to a series of crests of water stirred by the wind. Meet Corleo, a next-generation quadruped robot created by the Japanese company Kawasaki. This mechanical horse was introduced as an alternative personal transportation solution for uneven terrain during the Osaka Kansai 2025 Expo. Designed to be ridden by humans, Corleo fuses motorcycle engineering with advanced robotic systems, providing a futuristic and versatile form of transportation. The Sumaya Museum, located in Mexico City, is a prominent private art institution. Its most iconic building, located in Plaza Carso and inaugurated in 2011, was designed by architect Fernando Romero in collaboration with the renowned Frank Gehry. The futuristic structure, covered with more than 16,000 hexagonal aluminum plates, houses a vast collection of works by European masters such as Rodin, Dalí, and Van Gogh. The Wilson Airless Basketball is a revolutionary ball developed with 3D printing technology. Unlike traditional balls, it contains no air or internal bladder, completely eliminating the need for inflation. Its structure is formed by an open weave that maintains the proper shape and bounce, offering consistent performance every time. The Tulum Jungle Gym is an open-air gym located on the Caribbean Sea, on the beaches of Tulum, Mexico. This unique training center allows visitors to work out surrounded by nature, under palm trees and overlooking the ocean. Its rustic design is inspired by the Stone Age, with hand-built equipment using wood, rocks, bamboo, and rope, making for a unique aesthetic and functional experience. Krishna's Butterball is a striking geological formation located in Mahabalipuram in the state of Tamil Nadu, India. This enormous granite boulder, measuring approximately 20 feet high by 16 feet wide and weighing nearly 275 tons, balances precariously on a rocky slope, seemingly defying the laws of physics. In the town of Yamshan, in Yangon Province, China, lies the Yanning Dafeng Dream Maze, an impressive maze that holds the Guinness World Record for the largest fixed maze in the world. This monumental structure attracts visitors from all over, who venture forth along its complex paths designed to challenge their sense of direction and ingenuity. On Aoshima Island, the feline population far outnumbers the human population. Just a handful of residents live alongside more than 100 cats who have become the true owners of the place. Originally, these felines were introduced to combat the mouse infestation, but over time, they decided to settle permanently. Today, the island is known as Cat Paradise, where these animals enjoy complete freedom and dominate their surroundings. The saltwater crocodile has the strongest bite force ever documented in the animal kingdom. This giant reptile can exert extremely high pressure when closing its jaws, far surpassing any other terrestrial or aquatic creature. Its ability to bite with such power allows it to capture and subdue large prey, cementing it as one of the most feared predators in its natural habitat. The mudskipper is a fascinating creature that lives in mangroves and intertidal areas of Southeast Asia and Africa. This animal has the ability to move out of the water using its pectoral fins as legs. It is also able to climb tree roots and survive out of water thanks to its moist skin and a special chamber in its gills that allows it to breathe air. Turkey is home to a unique natural phenomenon, black roses that sprout spontaneously thanks to the waters of the Euphrates River. These exceptional flowers of a rare, dark color grow in the town of Halfiti, located in the southeast of Sanlurfa province. This region is notable for being the only place on the planet where this rare variety of rose blooms naturally. Shibazakura Garden in Japan is renowned for its spectacular spring display of flowering mosses, also known as cherry blossom mosses. Each year, vast expanses are covered with these tiny flowers, which paint the landscape with an intense palette of vivid colors, creating a visually striking setting that is highly appreciated by visitors and photographers. The filming of the iconic scene where Tom Cruise runs alone through the deserted Times Square in Vanilla Sky cost close to $1 million. This high cost was mainly due to the complex logistics and permits required to close one of the busiest urban areas on the planet, even if only during the early hours of the day. Some crustaceans, known as barnacles, live permanently attached to other marine organisms. These creatures cannot move on their own, so they need to attach themselves to animals such as turtles, whales, or certain crabs to survive. They achieve this thanks to a powerful natural adhesive that allows them to remain firmly on the surface of their host. The Stein Winter Supercargo 2040 truck looks more like a futuristic beast than a simple transport. Designed to move gigantic loads like airplanes or industrial machinery, it combines brute strength with surprising maneuverability. Its hydraulic system allows it to lift tons with ease, while its robust chassis guarantees stability even during complicated maneuvers. Dinotomic pushes art to the limits, creating stunning works using gunpowder and fire as paintbrushes. With almost magical precision, he burns surfaces to bring to life fantastical portraits and figures that seem to rise from the ashes. His technique, as risky as it is fascinating, transforms the chaos of fire into controlled beauty. Each work is a blend of danger, talent, and pure creativity. The mangosteen, nicknamed the Queen of Fruits, is a tropical treasure with a purple rind, hiding a juicy white flesh with a unique flavor. Its blend of sweetness and acidity makes it irresistibly refreshing, like a hug between citrus and exoticism. Beyond its taste, it's a bombshell of vitamin C and antioxidants, ideal for taking care of your body. The Red Bull F1 drone is a technological gem that brings the speed and design of Formula One to the air. With an ultralight yet strong structure and an advanced propulsion system, this drone not only flies fast but handles with astonishing precision. Equipped with high-resolution cameras, it offers a first-person experience, immersing drivers and spectators in the action. The Victoria water lily is an aquatic wonder straight out of a fairy tale, with floating leaves that can reach up to 3 meters in diameter and withstand the weight of a person. Native to the rivers of South America, especially the Amazon, it has a unique structure that distributes weight thanks to its veins. Its large, ephemeral flowers open at night, brilliant white, filling the air with a sweet scent to attract pollinating beetles. The transparent saltfish is an amazing ocean dweller whose almost invisible body allows it to blend in with its surroundings and escape predators. It lives in temperate and tropical waters around the world, moving with a curious jet propulsion system where it absorbs and expels water. Despite its jellyfish-like appearance, it is actually a tunicate, a type of animal closer to vertebrates. The female octopus can lay up to 500,000 eggs and becomes the ocean's most dedicated guardian. She doesn't eat, doesn't move much, and simply protects her future offspring with total devotion. When they hatch, the tiny octopuses ascend like brave explorers of the sea, a truly epic underwater motherhood. The first official Marvel film was Howard the Duck in 1986, although earlier, in 1944, Timely Comics, which would later become Marvel, had released a Captain America film. This little-remembered 1944 film marked Marvel's first steps into cinema. Curiously, in Avengers Endgame, Howard the Duck makes a brief appearance during the epic final battle as a tribute to its cinematic roots. The Parasitus colossus, a primitive whale from the Eocene discovered in Peru, was the largest creature to inhabit the seas. With an estimated weight between 85 and 340 tons, it even surpassed the blue whale. Its dense bones suggest this marine colossus may have been even larger than its modern successor. Hinduism, the world's oldest religion, has over 4,000 years of history and originated in India. Its teachings are based on the Vedas, and it is deeply focused on spirituality. Concepts such as karma, reincarnation, and meditation are not only part of Hinduism, but have impacted many other religions throughout time. The most crucial animal on the planet? The humble bee. With every buzz, it ensures the life of fruits, vegetables, and flowers. Without it, many ecosystems would collapse. It's small, yes, but it holds the world with its wings. The Fengdu Hell Gate is a peculiar tourist attraction in China, a theme park that represents hell in Chinese mythology. It's filled with statues and representations of demons and lost souls, and it's said that souls must pass through here to reach the afterlife. The Danakil Desert in Ethiopia looks like something out of another planet. With boiling lava lakes, intensely colored hot springs, and unique geological formations, it's one of the most extreme and inhospitable places on Earth. Despite its danger, its surreal beauty attracts the most adventurous, a true natural spectacle. Orangutans are the largest primates in the world and spend almost their entire lives among tree branches. The most incredible thing is that they use tools. They can use branches to catch food and even large leaves as improvised umbrellas when it rains. And that's all. Don't forget to subscribe for more fun facts.